Hey Coyotes!
Welcome to another amazing Cmstv.
On this week's show, we have a Prince tribute from Lucas,
A story on Get Air with Griffin,
Trevor Davis with a story about recycling, and much, much more.
There are only 2 more Cmstvs left, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Or go on the school website and find the Cmstv YouTube link where you will find all of our completed shows.
Let's get started.
I'm Lydia Rojas.
And I'm Riley Parker,
and Cmstv starts now. To start off our show, I have a few announcements. Remember, 8th graders, if you want a graduation lei, make sure to order one before graduation, June 16th. A lot of memorable things have happened this year, including the unfortunate death of pop icon Prince. Lucas is here with another Do You Know Who? Prince edition. Let's take a look.
Do you know who Prince is?
Yes.
Do you know who Prince was?
Yeah.
Do you know who Prince was?
Yes, I knew who Prince was. He was a musician and he made a lot of music that was pretty cool.
Do you know anything else he did besides sing and songwrite?
Not much more than he died.
Do you know who Prince is?
Yes.
Do you know anything else he did besides sing and songwrite?
No.
Do you guys know who Prince is?
Yes.
No. Sort of.
I know him.
Do you know anything else he did besides sing and songwrite?
I think he was good at basketball or something.
I don't know anything.
Hey Coyotes, and welcome to another episode of Do You Know Who? Where we tell you about people who made a significant impact on history, but you may not know who they are. This week we ask you, do you know who Prince is? Many know that Prince was a singer and songwriter, but very few know the impact he left on the music industry. It all started at a young age when Prince taught himself to play piano, guitar, and the drums. When Prince was 10 years old, his parents split up, making him run away to another family. In high school, Prince started a band named Champagne, which was very successful. Prince signed his first record deal with Warner Bros. In 1978. Immediately after, Prince dropped successful albums such as For You in 1978, Prince in 1979, and one of his most famous, 1999. But it was his 1988 album, Purple Rain, that he designed for his own personal movie, Purple Rain, that set him apart. After a long line of hits, Prince was almost everywhere. You could see him on jackets, billboards, in the front of stores. Prince later re-signed with Warner Bros. Again for a $100 million deal, which was one of the biggest at the time. Bigger than Michael Jackson's. However, this all changed in the year 1993, when Prince came to a disagreement with the Warner Bros. Record company. In order to back out of his contract, Prince had to change his name to an unpronounceable symbol. Near the end of his career, and sadly, his life, Prince was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004. In 2007, Prince performed at the Super Bowl in the rain while 140 million fans watched him. Sadly, on April 21st, 2016, Prince died on mysterious causes. Despite this, Prince will forever be in our hearts as well as our stereos. For Cmstv, I'm Lucas Rowland.
I didn't know all those things about Prince. Thanks, Lucas, for the insight. Remember, Coyotes, yearbooks will go up in price, so order one while they're cheap. Ask Miss Lori for more details. Yearbook sales mean it's almost summer. I can't wait to hang out with my friends. One popular place to go with friends is Get Air. Griffin went to find out more. Griffin?
Hey Coyotes, it's Griffin giving you an inside look at Get Air. Located in Vista, it's an inside trampoline place. I went out to ask a few questions to an employee and some people. Enjoy.
How long have you guys been open?
We've been open for about three years almost.
Alright. What's your favorite part about Get Air?
Favorite part about Get Air is dealing with the customers and meeting all the kids that come in. I meet people from all around the country, like New Zealand, around the United States, Australia, and New England, London.
What does Get Air offer?
Get Air offers an exercise experience for trampolining. You do flips, you do basketball, you play dodgeball, you jump in the flow pits, and do all kinds of tricks.
Favorite part about Get Air is you can jump in the pit, because you can also like throw people in the pit. So that's what.
Well, I think just the bouncy trampolines and you know, just all the people and there's just plenty of people to work off of in order to, you know, level up your tricking and flips.
My favorite part about Get Air is you could do more things than the other trampoline parks. There's more freedom, and I think the dodgeball is a lot of fun, and probably the touchdown is my favorite.
That's okay. Now back to the anchors.
That looks like fun. I'll have to check it out soon. Great job, Coyotes. You survived your last week of testing. Now only 3 weeks until the last day of school. This means that we need to take extra care at Calavera. One way you could do this is recycling. Trevor and Davis are bringing us information on the impact of recycling.
Hey Coyotes, Davis and Trevor here. We want to inform you about recycling. Not recycling leads to polluted water because the buildup of trash fluids leaks into our drinking water and makes it undrinkable.
Recycling is important because it allows us to save and help our planet. First of all, think about materials that are wasted if we don't recycle. But if we recycle, it gives them a second use or a second chance. For example, plastic bottles. They will sit in landfills for thousands of years, just rotting and doing nothing. And we make just more and more of them that will pile up and almost make our world into a plastic area. But if we reuse this plastic, it will have second uses. Maybe from a bottle, it can become sunglasses. From sunglasses, it can become into another bottle. And the cycle continues, and we don't have to waste more and more plastic that is harming this earth. I do know a few facts about recycling. First of all, take recycling glass. Glass sits in a landfill for millions of years. Not an exaggeration, actually millions of years, just sitting there. What I do know is if we recycle that glass, it can be turned into glass bottles. Glass anything, rather than just sitting broken in a landfill.
They need it done in 5 minutes.
As we need more plastic pollution in this world. Let's see what Miss Langan has to say about this problem.
That's pretty good, actually.
Recycling is really important because if we are putting things that could be recycled like paper and plastic bottles and aluminum cans into the trash, they end up in a landfill, and they it uses a lot more energy than it would if we would just recycle it. An aluminum can be recycled over and over and over. And so the other thing is landfills take up space that could be used for wildlife preserves or other things to help the environment. I really recommend that all of us recycle here at Calavera Hills Middle School because what you do makes a difference every day. The choices that you make a difference, and you have to choose if you want those choices to be positive, to help the environment and to help ourselves, or negative. And so it might seem really like a small thing just to take this and put it in recycling instead of into the trash. But if we're all doing that all of the time, it's going to make a huge difference. We recycle about 2 tons of paper every year at Calavera, and I know that there's a lot more that could be recycled that's thrown in the trash can.
This is Davis and Trevor, reporting for Cmstv. Now go recycle.
I'll make sure to head down there and do my part to make this campus a cleaner place. For all 7th graders, please let your parents know we need volunteers for the 8th grade dance. Speaking of dancing, there are a lot of great songs to dance to. Jack and Donovan went down to see what your favorite song is.
Our love was running into a burning building. Our love was scattered ash with a burnt up feeling. Felt the heat, so we started running.
My favorite song is First of the Year by Skrillex.
My favorite song is Addicted to My Ex by M. City Jr.
My favorite song is Happy by Pharrell.
And my favorite song is Swimming Pools by Kendrick Lamar.
My favorite song has to be Soothsayer by Buckethead.
My favorite song has to be Layla by Eric Clapton.
My favorite song is Mambo No. 5 by Lou Bega.
My favorite song is by Drake. It's called Back to Back.
My favorite song at the moment is probably Four Pink Walls by Alessia Cara.
I don't think I could pick one song as my favorite. Remember, if you applied for the talent show, I'm here to inform you that the rehearsal dates have changed. The new date for the dress rehearsal is next Tuesday. And remember, you must attend the rehearsal to be in the talent show, which is June 3rd. Next up, we have a story on the CBAD retrospect.
You may have noticed a new newspaper hanging out around Carlsbad. This paper is called the Carlsbad Retrospect. However, instead of reporting current news, it reports stories and memories from Carlsbad's past. We went out to ask the publisher of the Carlsbad Retrospect a few questions. What exactly is the Carlsbad Retrospect?
Carlsbad Retrospect is Carlsbad's new retro historical vintage newspaper. We've combed the archives of Carlsbad's past newspapers to find interesting and colorful articles, neat vintage advertisements, and old photographs to capture the flavor of what Carlsbad used to be like.
How often does a new issue of the Carlsbad Retrospect come out?
We publish 20,000 copies every other month, but they're distributed weekly, so it's bi-monthly. There are 6 issues a year. We just completed our 3rd issue. Our next issue will be available for July and August.
Where can you find the Carlsbad Retrospect?
Carlsbad Retrospect is available all over Carlsbad. We have racks distributed all over the city. They're free for readers, and they're available also in all the hotels in the area and local points of interest, restaurants, coffee places. Wherever you find free publications, you'll probably see a rack with the Carlsbad Retrospect.
Hope you enjoyed. Now back to the anchors.
That was really cool. I'll make sure to check it out over the summer. Because we are nearing the end of the year, some of our series are coming to an end. Last but not least, we have the last Name That Song of the Year, Everything Edition.
Hey Coyotes, welcome to another Name That Song, Everything edition. Because this is our last Name That Song, we took a song from every category we have ever done here on CMSTV. Let's see if you can name that song.
And I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time went past me by?
If you thought that song was 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, you are correct.
Just you and me.
If you guessed Cheap Thrills by Sia, you guessed right. If you
you guessed Footloose from the movie and musical Footloose, you are correct.
When he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't do better lose itself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once.
If you thought that song was Lose Yourself by Eminem, you are correct.
Tears of mascara in the bathroom, honey, life is just a classroom.
If you thought that song was New Romantics by Taylor Swift, you are correct.
When you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from.
If you guessed Dancing Queen by ABBA, you are correct.
So keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air.
If you thought that song was Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, you guessed right. If you thought that song was Thriller by Michael Jackson, you are correct. Thanks for tuning in for the last time, Coyotes. I'm Belle Flanagan reporting for Cmstv. Now back to the anchors.
Yes, I knew all those songs.
Me too.
We are sad to say our show has come to an end.
Remember that we have a 3-day weekend because of Memorial Day.
Make sure to honor someone for their bravery in the military this weekend.
Have a great 3-day weekend, Coyotes.
Bye.
Hi Coyotes, I'm Eli Pragerson, and I'm here with Maddie Ward, the host of The Talent Show. When is The Talent Show?
The Talent Show is next Friday, June 3rd, at the end of the school day.
What sort of acts will be put on with The Talent Show?
Well, we have a variety of different acts. We have a lot of musicians, we have some actors and actresses, and we have a contortionist as well.
If someone isn't interested in joining The Talent Show next year, what should they do?
Well, unfortunately, the applications can no longer be turned in for this year, so if you want to join next year, you're going to have to wait until the application window opens up, which should be sometime in the month of May, and then you can apply once you turn in the application to the ASB advisor.
Thanks for watching.